Hey guys, weather expert here, bringing guys an awesome thing on the weather update, a tropical update on now. Hurricane Joaquin is strengthened to an 85 mile per hour hurricane, Category 1 hurricane, likely a Category 2. You guys can see why. Here you can see an eye is starting to pop out, and now those deep thunderstorms are now wrapping into like an eye wall type fashion. And there's no reason why this thing's not a Category 2. It's starting to look better than Irene's eye already. If you guys ask me, I remember Irene when it was over here. It had a little bit, it had the same eye. So I think it's gonna pull out a Category 3, maybe even a Category 4, and I'll tell you guys why. So in the next 2 days, it'll be meandering around here until it gets up here. So we'll have 2-3 days to strengthen. So this thing could have a Category 4 strength. And there's no means why not upgrade to Category 2 if you ask me. Look at that eye. It's starting to come out pretty good, guys. And the Bahamas are going to be dealing with a possible dangerous storm. But the big question is it going to hit the Northeast? Well, let's go to and telecast it. I love their product. I think they have the best product. National Hurricane Center map doesn't have a lot of details, but the telecast map has pretty good. National, of course, the Weather Channel do, but I can just go on the site and do this. I don't want to go on the Weather Channel and search it. So right now they have it as an 85 mile per hour hurricane. They expect it to become a Category 2 hurricane by tonight, by 1 a.m. Central Time, which is my time, 2 a.m. Eastern Time. So they're actually nailing it right now. It's actually rapidly intensifying. Expect to become a Category 3 by Friday afternoon, which is reasonable, but I think it'll become a Category 4 maybe in this region. And on Saturday, I think that's going to be the big determining factor. But the big question is it going to head out to sea or is it going to head into the coast? National Hurricane Center has the majority of the models are coming to agreement that it's going to turn a little bit to the left, have a little bit more of a surge impact, and make possible landfall on the North Carolina coast. Now, there's tons of other models that are saying Wilmington, Delaware, North New Jersey, going out to sea. European is the only model really that I see that's taking it out to sea, and that's why it's still on the table that we're going to get the out to sea. But really, I think there's about an 85% chance that this thing will move north faster than expected, and it could become a huge deal. And now I'm starting to get a lot of tweets because now I'm just tweeting about this eye feature. If you guys want to go follow me, I'm at Expert Weather on Twitter. They're expecting a Category 2 hurricane to make landfall on North Carolina. Or it could be a high-end Cat 2 or minimum Category 3, and this thing could become a huge deal for the Carolina coast with a lot of rain. And this area has been dealing with tons of rain. And Dr. Greg Forbes says there could be 20 inches of rain in this region, and that's really bad if you ask me. 20 inches of rain. It might not be the it's not going to be the wind. It's going to be the flooding. That's the problem. So here's all the models. Now you guys can see the NAM, all these other models. The European takes it out to sea, but the consensus of the models takes it into the coast. Now there's a lot. They got South Carolina, North Carolina, Virginia. They got all over the place. So really, there's no tight consensus yet of where it's going to go, but most models taking the North Carolina coast, but it's still on the table on where it's going to go and if it's going to hit the U.S. coast. But most likely, I think it has a really good shot at hitting the coast, if you ask me, because right now the movement looks exactly like what models are forecasting. It's going to move north. If it continues to move north, then really it's going to hit the coast really no matter what. The trough is probably going to come negatively tilted. It's going to pull in that storm, and it's going to have a really bad impact on the North Carolina coast. Or 15% chance it's going to stall out, get picked up by the trough. That's going to become positively tilted, and then it's going to get flown out to sea and not really affect anyone. Maybe Bermuda, but we just don't know at this point of where it's going to be. Now let's head to one stop, and of course we got to stop with the model. We got to go through the models first. So let's go to Tropical Tidbits. It's my second favorite site for model data, next to WeatherBell. WeatherBell is really detailed. So let's start with the GFS. You have a 973 millibar. It's actually pretty close to it, but it's kind of off a little bit. We go out 42 hours, and this Tropical Tidbits got to load. And you guys can see right here, we have a 953 millibar, which is indicative of a Category 3, Category 3 hurricane, but this might be a Category 2, and then strengthens it into a Category 4 and heads it up 927 millibars. That's crazy, and this is bad. This is a Category 4 hurricane hitting the North Carolina coast. I don't think it's going to be a Category 4, but a Category 3 is not out of the question. Category 2 is most likely scenario if this is what would occur. So if we take it on to the operational model, I'm really not going to show the European. I might, but most likely I won't, but who knows. Might get caught up in this stuff. So here's the MSLB and 10-meter wind when it loads, and I'll show you guys what I'm talking about of why it could be a very dangerous situation if this does occur. Here it is right here. Here's about white, so this might be a Category 3 hurricane according to the operational model. And if we go up into the atmosphere, where it's happening up in the atmosphere, as a Category 5, we got some Category 5 wind speeds probably in the center. Then the eastern quadrant is going to be the worst. And here is some oranges, which is indicative of Category high and Category 4 in the atmosphere. But yeah, guys, that's really gonna wrap it up. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Make sure you leave a like to this video, warn the public, link them to this video. But yeah, guys, see you guys in the next video. Peace out, y'all.